is now the #1 producer of oil and natural gas anywhere in the world. For the first time in 65 years, we are a net exporter of energy.
So that means that after a century of relying on a series of unstable, creepy Middle Eastern countries who hate us and support terrorism, America is now where we all said we wanted it to be, energy independent. You'd think we'd be celebrating that, but no, Democrats are upset about that. You just watched them, and they're proposing to shut the whole thing down, the entire energy sector, the fossil fuel sector, in a dozen years. Ban oil, ban coal, ban natural gas. So say goodbye to air travel and the car in your driveway, not to mention a huge part of our economy. How's that for a platform? Austin Goolsbee is an economist at the University of Chicago. He chaired the Council of Economic Advisors for President Obama. He joins us tonight. Austin, thanks a lot for coming on. So I'm confused by this. Yeah. I understand that there are some forms of energy that people find preferable to others. That's totally fair. But the United States is now, by some measures, the biggest energy producer in the world, a net exporter of it, no longer dependent upon Middle East oil. This was the goal we were striving toward. We achieved it, and Democrats look mad about that. Why?
Well, I don't believe that Democrats are mad about that. And the growth of oil and gas and the shale revolution long predated President Trump.
No, you're missing it. I'm not. It's not about Trump, and I'm not saying Trump invented fracking. I'm not making a partisan point. I'm just saying this was a bipartisan goal. I heard Chuck Schumer talk about it. I heard lots of Democrats. We have to get off the Middle Eastern oil dependency that is forcing us to finance terrorism. They said that. We've done it. They hate it.
Yeah, but
and I just think, like, are they really rooting for the country at this point? Okay.
No, it's not that it's bad for you. You're confusing two types of energy. One is about oil and fuels that are predominantly used in cars and transportation. The other is about electricity and the generation of electricity, which is about the use of coal, natural gas, and there's been a huge increase, as you know, in wind power and solar and a lot of renewable sources of energy.
No, I'm not confused. I know.
We can, all of those things, the wind, the solar, the hydropower, those are in the United States. So that's your allegation that we're talking about throwing out the window progress we've made towards self-sufficiency is not correct.
I'm actually not making the allegation. I'm merely reading the plan for the Green New Deal, which is available online. It may be revised. I think it will be because it's literally insane and anti-American. But here's what it says in case you haven't read it, and I know that you have. We need to get rid of all fossil fuels in 12 years. And that would mean no cars, and it would definitely mean no air travel, period, because there's no solar airplane. So that is the position that lots of Democrats have endorsed, and you know that I'm telling the truth. And what is that? That's crazy, and you know it.
That sounds extreme. I know that you have selectively chosen one. There are many different Green New Deal plans, and you have chosen one that you feel is the most extreme, and you're then saying that's what the Democratic Party
hold on. Okay, look, I'm not saying every Democrat agrees with that. I think most Democrats don't agree with it because they know it's nuts. Any adult who looks at it will be afraid of that. But they don't have the courage to say to the rising stars in the party, like AOC and Bernie, come on now, only a tiny percentage of our power is produced by renewables. We can't do this in 12 years. This would wreck the economy and put 10 million people out of work. And they don't have the courage to say that. Why?
But, I mean, is your view, Tucker, that we should therefore not do anything to support or promote clean energy sources in the United States?
That's not the case. I'm making this not the view. I'm not the one who's come out with a plan saying...
I'm asking you, because that is the position of President Trump in the White House.
Look, I'm saying there is a plan that has been discussed in some detail on Meet the Press over on the other channel that calls for eliminating the entire fossil fuel industry in 12 years. And so it's not like it's not like some leaflet I found on the subway, okay? This is a real thing in the heart of the Democratic Party, and no one will say it's nuts.
Do you take the subway, Tucker? If you take the subway, I'll be impressed.
It's called the Metro here, and you're dodging the question. Which is, that's insane, comma, is it not?
Is it not?
Why won't anyone call that what it is, which is reckless, crazy, and anti-American? I mean, it's not hard.
Their argument. Look, Tucker, I'm an economics professor. I'm not a fan of socialism. Socialism doesn't work. But you are not doing a service when the people who advocate the most extreme version of the plan, which are the ones you're seizing on, their argument is that through research and massive investment, we will get the costs of these alternative fuels and renewable sources of energy down below what the costs of fossil fuels are today. So it's not like going out tomorrow.
That is an argument. I haven't heard anyone.
Crazy.
Okay. I mean, I would encourage our viewers, if they think I'm exaggerating this for theatrical effect, to just look it up. I mean, this is what they're saying. I agree with you. They'll change their views because it's crazy, but I just think it's important to call it crazy a crazy. Professor, great to see you.
Unrealistic, the way
Yeah?
they've
Okay,
stated.
good.
But
Good.
if
I'll
there
get
are
that.
improvements to cost as they predict, then it wouldn't be crazy.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. Thank you very much, Austin Goolsbee. So how did the rest of the